And we're live. Welcome, Teach.
Hey, Hector. This is the second episode of the Real Original Podcast.
Yeah, we're here to talk about some more dumb stuff for a while.
Oh,
How are you this morning?
I'm alright. My
Yeah.
back hurts,
Afternoon.
as always.
Yeah, you're young with so many back issues. What a tragedy.
I know. It's crawling around in crawl spaces all day. Gets you.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think you just lift him properly. Probably.
We'll see about that.
No, but yeah. Good morning. How's the beer?
It is very good. It's a Miller Lite.
Wow, that sponsor us if you feel the need.
Miller Lite, please call back. I've been texting you religiously. Please respond.
So that leads perfectly into the first topic of today. Best light beer. Now, I've never been like a huge beer fan, so I don't know about... I know you freaking drink it, but I do not.
Yeah, I guess it's an acquired taste. Somehow I came out of the gate liking beer, so
Yeah,
that's how it goes, I guess.
Yeah, I've always enjoyed like the regular liquor. I don't know, just does the job faster. You don't feel full.
You mix it in the things that
You
taste good.
Make it taste good.
Oh, yeah.
But it's I don't know. I don't enjoy beer that much, but I know you do. So, what would you say is the best? If you had to pick a favorite, what would it be?
I'm a Miller Lite guy right now. Michelob Ultra isn't bad.
Michelob. Well, I've tried those once and they're okay, but I don't know. I just don't. I'd rather just have like a mixed drink, get super fucked up off that, and
a lot of guys say drinking light beer is pussy-ish.
piss beer.
But that's pretty much only the guys that drink craft beer all the time. That's pretty much the deal there.
I don't know. I have learned something a few months ago that you can actually mix beers. Did you know that? People do that.
Oh yeah. Black and tan, Guinness, and I think it's light Guinness.
Well, someone was telling me about this like peanut butter and jelly mixed beer thing that they came up with at one of our breweries.
That was liquor with beer, I believe.
No, I don't think so. I think it was two different beers. Like a sweet beer for the jelly and then like a peanut butter beer.
Okay.
Super weird.
That sounds kind of interesting.
Yeah. I remember when we were at Brew Guards that one time, we had the, was it the pickle beer that our friend brought us?
No.
The owner,
pickle beer?
I guess.
If you try pickle beer, I wasn't there.
Or maybe it was jalapeno beer. I'm pretty sure you were there.
Jalapeno beer, that's the thing. And it tastes very good. It's a little spicy, surprisingly.
Well, yeah, that's kind of the point, right?
Yeah.
But that was the only
spicy beer.
You were there with me. I know you probably don't remember, but we had the one time we had the pickle beer, and it was good. And the owner of this bar brought it to us, and she's a good friend of ours, and she brought it to us to try, and I was like, man, this is actually good. This is a beer I could get behind.
Yeah, Boilermaker, that's dropping a shot of whiskey into your beer. That's pretty good, actually. It depends on what beer you use.
It's pretty hardcore. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like a shot, but you're drinking like a whole beer along with the shot, basically.
Yeah, I remember the one time.
You chug it like a...
Yeah. When you and I tried the Irish car bombs.
Oh yeah, Irish car bombs.
That has beer involved,
tasty.
Right?
Yep, it's Guinness with a shot of Bailey's dropped into it.
I don't know. It's just not. I don't know. I don't find it. I don't know. I think the problem for me is that it fills you up so fast, and you
just gotta push through that.
That's I don't think it's that easy.
You just push right through it, and then.
And the taste, it's like you said, it's an acquired taste. It's not that great, to be honest.
Well, it just depends, I guess. They say you gotta try something 25 times to like it.
So if you were to recommend one that you'd say like is if you're gonna start getting into beer, this is the one I'd say.
I don't know, Miller Lite has a lot of flavor. It's still light beer.
It's got a lot of pizzazz to it.
Yeah.
A lot of zest.
Corona with lime is just a classic.
Now that I forgot about that little combo. I do like that, especially when we're out at the sand dunes.
Oh yeah,
it's hot and nice. Yeah,
it's definitely a summer one. I can't really drink them in the wintertime, but
yeah,
yep,
yeah. No, I just don't. Not a fan. I like, and I know it's super girly of me, but I prefer like the mixed drinks and whiskey over beer for sure.
Oh yeah,
100%.
a little sex on the beach action.
Yeah, margaritas.
Mojitos. And...
Yeah. No, I don't know. I've just never been a huge fan. But so you prefer light beer? That's your thing.
I mean, I drink stouts and
Yeah.
you
You
know,
really like that.
cold smoke is a very good
Yeah,
one.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
you get that one a lot. Is that one pretty good?
Oh yeah, for the wintertime, that's the perfect beer, pretty much.
Is that a pretty dark beer, or is it like
yes, it's like Guinness, slightly lighter than Guinness, because Guinness can be a little too stout sometimes, but yeah.
Yeah. Would you say that one has a lot of character to it? The Cold Smoke?
Yes, it's a lot. I mean, it's intense flavor, I guess you could say, if you're just used to drinking light beers. And if you don't like beer, you're not gonna like any stout beer. That's for sure.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, it's just I don't know. Yeah, is Corona considered a light beer then?
I don't think so. They have Corona Light, or it's not like Corona Light. I forget the name of it exactly, but maybe it's the Premier, maybe. But I don't think it's considered a light beer, but I mean, it is lighter.
So you'd say Miller Lite is your favorite light beer?
I'd say so, yeah.
Yeah.
It used to be Coors for a long time. But Miller's got a little more flavor than Coors. And it's only 90 calories.
Oh wow, yeah, there you go. You can still eat a burger and fries and all that.
90 calories a can. It depends if you're crushing a 30 rack or not, you know.
Yeah. So so your answer would be Miller Lite now. And I'd have to say my answer is still undetermined. I'm gonna have to try some more. I'll get back to you on that. I'll give you an answer later.
Yeah, we'll get you into beer someday, maybe.
Stop being a little bitch. Yeah. Grow some hair on my chest.
When you're a man, you just drink beer. That's it.
Yep. And actually, it's a requirement, right? To be a man, you got to start drinking beer.
Yeah. There you go.
So, let's move right into the next topic here.
I had just written down favorite hobbies and stories from those hobbies.
Okay.
What's yours?
So my hobbies. I know we mentioned this on the last episode that we have so many different hobbies that we just don't get really good at, you know.
Oh yeah.
And that's okay. It's just that means that it's hard to pick a favorite, you know.
Oh yeah.
Because we ride horses, we freaking surf, we snow machine, we dirt bike, all this crap, you know.
Oh yeah.
And so
that's so hard to do around here, you know.
Yeah, just outdoor stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. If you would have asked me this 5 months ago, I would have for sure just said horses. Like whether we're hunting, looking for antlers, whatever. I love just riding horses. It's fun, and I don't know. I think like I've ridden dirt bikes, I've surfed, you know, I've done those things, ridden side by sides, but like all of that you're in control of. If you fuck up, it's all on you. The thing about the horse is that it's got its own personality. You're dealing with a whole other thing a whole other aspect that it's got a mind of its own, and it will do what it wants if you're not, not in control.
Oh yeah, most of them are just assholes too.
Only yours. Yeah. Yeah, that little fat white one. She's
one of the smallest horses, but she only likes one other horse in our group of horses.
Yeah, she rides that one's ass the entire way.
Yeah. If any other horses behind her, new horses are around, she's biting at them, kicking at them.
Yeah, she shoves you out of the way, doesn't she? Like when we were horn hunting that one time, you had to go off, and you were off on your own. She was freaking pushing you.
Oh yeah,
she's trying to run you over.
She has to be with the other horses, which is very annoying.
Yeah.
Even though she doesn't like most of them.
Yeah.
Just horses. That's a whole different.
It's just a different ball game. Yeah, I would have said that for sure, but I don't know. It's the times that we do it at. It's getting in the winter, and then you're just getting into spring. I'd have to say for sure, what's most enjoyable is probably, I don't know. I'd have to go with the sand dunes. When you get on the dirt bike and you get out there and you're just in the flow, you're jumping it, you're hitting these whoops, you're freaking trying to power slide a little bit. You're climbing dunes, you're going over razorbacks, which is in and of itself a whole freaking thing that you have to learn. And I think you have to be so focused that it's just so enjoyable, and it's so beautiful out there. It's crazy.
Oh, yes. It's just a completely different world out there almost. And you hop in one of the side-by-sides, it's like, this thing was made for this place, you know?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we freaking rip those things.
Oh, yeah.
But I'd have to say that now. You know, that would have to be my choice, and I'm sure that will change.
Oh, yeah, it's just such a special place, really. And it doesn't seem like it should be out there anywhere. Shouldn't be sand dunes. They're just odd.
Yeah, I mean, you literally come out of... So, like, we're from Wyoming, so we go to the ones that are in Idaho. You come out of the most, ecological, diverse place, almost in the world. Go through Yellowstone National Park, and then you come out, and it's just freaking... You still go through Targhee, so it's a beautiful forest, and then you just get kind of down lower by the farmlands, and then all of a sudden you just look over, and it looks like the freaking Sahara Desert just sitting there.
Yep.
It's crazy. The dunes are tall, and
it's just fields around, farmers' fields.
Yeah, so weird.
It's in the most odd spot.
Yeah. Yep. Idaho just has a different feel to it. It's beautiful. I love how green it is. It's very green.
Oh, yeah.
Compared to here, Still green here, just not...
It doesn't last very long.
Doesn't last very long, and then
We're just in the plains, pretty much.
There's not much for grass. I think it's just because there's so much farmland out there. It looks more like green.
Oh yeah.
We have a lot of that sagebrush crap and those wheat grasses that are just yellow and that kind of stuff. So.
Oh yeah, they dry out quick, and then we get forest fires and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I'd have to say that would be my favorite. I mean, it's just so special. The whole experience is just.
The drive's very, very nice.
And oh my gosh, yeah.
It's all the campground, just the most incredible feeling ever.
Yep. So what would you say your favorite that is then?
I mean it probably is the sand dunes. I love it too. And just it's a very special place. It can also be very dangerous though.
A lot of idiots.
Drinking is involved. And you're rocking around in vehicles. And that's not always the best combination.
I think that's part of the experience, though, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it is.
All the moronic
it makes it very much fun. Yeah, it makes it more fun.
Just kidding. Everyone out there is awesome. No one's an idiot out there.
It is very dangerous. 1 or 2 people die there a year. And we've been in a few accidents. Yeah. Sometimes it seems like it's always involved me somehow.
Every time something's happened, I think you've either been there or been a part of it. And and that's crazy. Yeah, I've never had anything big happen there, I don't think, so.
You were in the side-by-side with me when it flipped over.
Oh, yeah, when we were riding around.
So every accident we've had, I've never been driving, luckily.
Didn't you almost get crushed once?
Yep.
That was you, yeah.
I got hit by a side-by-side.
Yeah, on your ass cheek.
Yeah, there was a tire mark.
Cheek.
So yeah, I went over this Razorback, and I'm a very short guy, so it's hard to kick over the bike if you're on the wrong side of the hill,
Yeah, you're downhill. You're trying to jump over to get it.
Yep. Started. So I'm on a slope. I'm trying to kick it over, and of course the Kickstarter's on the wrong side, and I stall it out going right over. This was kind of when I was starting out, so not the most experienced. But I get over the Razorback, I stall it. I'm trying to kick it over, and the Kickstarter's on the wrong side. I can't hardly reach it. I finally get it started, and then the side-by-side comes over, jumps the Razorback, clips me somehow. Nobody saw it, so I wish it was on video.
Like, literally, there was one of the tires. Yep. Was it the back or the front, do you think?
It's probably the front.
So the front tire, like, it hit you and it knocked you over, right?
Yeah, so I just get the dirt bike started, and then I blink, And then I'm in a fetal position in the sand. Like, just not on the bike anymore.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yep.
Because I was riding behind you. I remember you like went over the Razorback and then you just disappeared. And I didn't see.
Oh,
I
yeah.
saw our uncle who was driving. It was a complete accident. Because these Razorbacks, they come up to a point, right? You can't see over the other side at all.
Yeah, and I was kind of sliding down as I was trying to get it started, so my flag went out of view.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have these big flags that pop up so
you can see over dunes and stuff,
which is extremely helpful. But
it's
if you can see it,
yeah, if
of
you
course.
can see it. But yeah, I just blinked in fetal position in the sand, and then I checked myself over, made sure I wasn't hurt, and I was feeling okay after that. And then the next day, I had horrible whiplash. My neck was killing me.
Yeah, that was insane.
Oh yeah, pretty wild.
Yeah. So would you say that is that your favorite hobby out of all your hobbies?
I'd say so. I mean, fly fishing's another one. We haven't done it in a while, but yeah, I have some good stories from that.
Yeah, we always have a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
I think I'm just too impatient for it. Like I like doing it because like just as an excuse to get out, but as like a main hobby, it's not for me.
I think it's much better than normal fishing, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, that's boring. I mean, there's
a lot more to fly fishing. Yeah. So it's, and then learning that skill is also part of the enjoyableness of it.
Mm-hmm. It takes a lot of patience, that's for sure. Yeah, and you're good at it. You're way better than I am. Way better.
That's just because I've done it more, but I'm not very good at it either. But
I don't know. I also I had probably a couple weeks into when we started, I went after work and I went and caught that freaking hog.
Oh yeah.
and that was my first fish on the fly rod, and that freaking I was like, all right, there you go. There's your magnum opus of the whole deal. Like, you don't need to catch anything else. That thing was huge, and man, it was beautiful. I ran after work because it was so gorgeous out, and it was still light out, and so I had my rod with me, and I went down and I walked down the river, and you could see the sun shimmering on the water, and like there's so many bugs jumping. I was like, this is awesome.
Oh yeah.
And I just caught this huge freaking fish, and I think that really kind of turned me off because like, where do you go from there? There's a lot bigger fish out there, but it's gonna, I don't know, and it takes a lot of patience. Like you're very good at like the knots and like what flies to use.
Yeah, we were all self-taught, so.
Yeah, we started actually when we got our COVID.
Our stimulus checks.
Yeah, the stimulus checks.
And that's what we went and spent it on, was fly rods and gear.
Yep. Yeah, we were like, screw it. We both wanted to try it before, and so we went and bought the stuff and just kind of self-taught ourselves. I remember being out in the backyard. I was living at my grandparents at the time, and I remember going out in the backyard just practice casting.
Oh yeah, I lost my fly up in the tree there, casting it out in the yard, trying to practice casting.
I felt like did you break a rod?
I've broken 2 rods now.
Okay, yeah, I remember we were at Newton, right? And you at one of our lakes here, and you.
Yep, Newton. I caught it in a tree, and I think I was trying to use the tip of it to get the fly out of the tree, and I ended up just breaking the rod. So trying to save $3 and.
Yeah.
It cost me a lot more. I tried to get it fixed, but it was like an old rod that I had, and they don't make parts.
Your grandpa lent it to you, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So
he wasn't too mad though. He was giving that one to me, and then I bought my own new one. Yeah. I remember you went hog wild. You freaking spent so much, and I
did a lot of research, and then I got the best starter one. So Orvis Clearwater. Shout out to Orvis.
Yeah, sponsor us if you will. All I did was I just bought the $200 Teco starter. Yeah, probably for babies type deal, and it works good. That's the rod I still use. Good. I like it. I mean, I'm not way into it. I remember the reel it came with. We were actually at the same lake. We're at Newton, and I had it on the table, remember, and I was trying to tie it up, and it fell off the table, and the reel shattered, the plastic reel.
Yeah.
So I had to go buy a new reel.
You're about to give it up right there.
Yeah, I was pissed. Yeah, I was like, I was so mad. I don't know why, but so we ran down, and I got my
you got a clear water
Orbis
reel too. Yeah,
Orbis reel.
Yep.
And it's sweet. Yeah, so I have my dinky Teco rod with the freaking nice.
So I guess you're $300 in, and I was about $400 into my rod setup, and I was fishing, and I guess maybe I shouldn't say, but I was fishing and ended up breaking my rod again in the middle of it, as I was kind of like, it was in an awkward spot where there's a bunch of bushes, and I was out on a rock.
Was I with you?
I had just caught a fish, and then I was resetting up there, and then I got all tangled up. So then I was out on the rock, and it was kind of hard to get out there, and I didn't want to go back to the bank to fix it. So then I was kind of holding the tip and then holding it out so I could reach the tip, and then ended up snapping it.
Was I with you this time?
No, that was when I was fencing.
Oh, okay. So you were, yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah,
so I was just by myself.
I don't feel like I've ever actually heard that one before. I didn't know that actually happened. That you broke a second one.
Yep. So
was that the one that you bought? So you have a completely different one now?
No. I was able to go to the Orvis store there, near there.
Oh, and get it patched up.
No, they didn't patch it up. They just sold me the section that I broke.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it was like $60, and it wasn't bad.
Yeah, that's cool. I didn't know they did that.
Yeah, and they had it right there, so
yeah,
I was just able to get it. It didn't have to ship or anything, so that was nice.
Yeah, that's cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Orvis is definitely a good company. That's the reel I have, and that thing has lasted quite a few years.
I mean, they say it's just made a little cheaper material, but it has like the same feel of a much more expensive reel. And it's only $100, It's a clear water reel.
Yeah, it's not.
Oh yeah,
it's definitely worth it, I think. But yeah, I don't know. Fishing, that's tough though. In terms of hobbies, yeah, that's something that you have gotten a lot better at, that I have kind of fallen behind in. But I like it. Yeah. It's just, for me, it's more of like an excuse to get out and spend the day in the sun and then in the woods.
Oh yeah.
Rather than like, oh, okay, I'm here to catch fish. I'm here to try what fly do I just throw on one fly and I fish that fly the entire day. That's that's how I do it. I don't know if that's just because I'm lazy or if it's because I just don't care, but
yeah, I've gotten a bunch of different fly fishing books, and I don't think I've read through any of them. So
do you understand the hatch at all? Because that's something I've never got down.
No. If I'm fishing with somebody who's experienced, then they know all that. They'll give me be like, here, try this fly. And that's where I've caught the most fish, is fishing with somebody much more experienced than myself.
We've had that. I know. Remember,
you pretty much just always ask them in the
what's going on. Yeah, what's good.
Ask them in the fly shop.
I don't know. I feel like if I was a fisherman like that and I was that into it, I'd tell you something different, the opposite. Of
that's a joke we always have when we buy the flies that they tell us to, and then we don't catch anything.
They just don't want us to get.
It's like, they just told us. They told us it was good 2 weeks ago.
No, I mean sometimes it's obvious, like at the end of the summer with the grasshoppers, like that makes sense. But
yeah, that's the easiest time to fish. Really.
I usually just use those little nymph leech, little red and black things.
Oh yeah,
those do good. I've caught, every time I've caught a fish, it was with that, and they seem to get bites all times of the year so far. I haven't fished
you can
much.
Use that pretty much all year, I think. But.
Yeah, those things are awesome, and they're just simple and easy to cast, I think.
Oh yeah,
because some of those big fat ones are hard to. Remember you found that you found one tangle that was like a giant fat mouse, right?
Yeah,
or like a frog or something.
We found a lot of free flies down by the river.
Yeah,
people have left.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, that's like part of what I'm doing is I'm looking for little things like fossils or flies or whatever, just kind of fun little trinkets.
Oh yeah.
And you found a big fat mouse, and then I found like the one time we were fishing down in Wind River Canyon. It's beautiful.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Freaking gorgeous, and it's fun fishing. And we were towards the end by Boyson Reservoir, and we were hiking along. And you went one way, I went the other way.
Yeah.
And I was hiking along, and I found a little green like box, and it was full of new flies. Somebody had just accidentally left it or dropped it or something like that, and I just got a whole thing of new flies, and so I just kept that. But
oh yeah, that stuff's fun to find. Yeah. My best find out there fishing was a sheep deadhead, like a bighorn sheep deadhead.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yep. So I got it plugged and everything, all legal.
Oh my gosh!
It was pretty awesome.
I still got to go to take a piss, and you're about to freaking pee on it, and you found it or something.
No, the guy I was fishing with, he walked past it, and I was he was checking out the river, and I was looking around, and then he was like tangled up and stuff down by the river, so it must have floated down the river a ways. And then it was all tangled up in some branches and stuff. And I see like the horn sticking out of that mass of branches. I was like, holy shit, that's a sheep deadhead right there.
That's crazy, dude. That's pretty much a once in a lifetime find.
Oh yeah. I mean, unless you're like,
oh, do you plan on hanging that up?
But he's found 3 of them. But
well, yeah, but he's out all the time.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Are you planning on hanging that up in your place?
Yeah, I got to get it mounted.
Yeah.
Just get some kind of Euro mount set up. Probably just order it.
Yeah.
That thing is sweet on the wall.
Yeah. Yeah, that's nuts. But yeah, I like fishing too. We need to do that more this summer, I think, for sure.
Yeah, we definitely got to go
back
into it a bunch. Cause
we
were doing it for a while, but
yeah, we'll hit it. I plan on having a more simpler summer, just kind of being around, getting out around here, enjoying the mountains a little more.
Try to get outdoors more.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. And got paddle boards for Christmas, so we're gonna be able to fish off those bad boys now. And I'm excited. But yeah, no, we need to do that more.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. So a question I had for you was, what would you do if you won the lottery?
If I won the lottery, depending on how much it is. Well, first off, I wouldn't ever touch another piece of insulation again.
Yeah, insulation or ductwork or.
I never want to see a piece of insulation. After I did that. I guess the first thing I would do is I would fly over to Europe probably. Yeah. I guess after getting stuff figured out at home, but
blow a little bit of money.
Yeah, blow a little bit of money.
Enjoy some time. Yeah.
But yeah, I'd fly over to Europe. Probably start out in Germany and just buy a motorcycle. And just start driving around, seeing shit that I wanted to see.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, hit the Mediterranean and all that good stuff. And just go around and see stuff.
Yeah.
Probably a lot of World War II and 1 battlefields and stuff. And yeah.
Yeah, that'd be pretty freaking sweet. That's a good way to start off. I think what I would do is just because of all the horror stories I've heard, I would go down to like a stock brokerage or something and hire someone to look after the money. I'd be like, I'm going to give you this amount.
Yeah.
You invest it. You make money on it, and I'll pay you this much. You whatever.
Yep.
And then you can kind of get out of like you're never gonna, the supply won't really run out unless things go to crap. But yeah. And then I'd enjoy my time, I'd probably still try and find stuff to do on the side, like again, we talked about last week.
Yeah, then
golfing all day or fishing all day, like that eventually you just lose all kinds of meaning. And my grandpa always used to say this line that once you stop moving, you're dead. So
yeah.
It's good to like have something, but I would not work near as much, no. But I'd still go do stuff during the week, like whatever. Not for the money or anything, just for something to do.
And I guess you have that money to start stuff too, if you wanted to start a business and do all that.
Yeah, you can invest in your own business.
Yep.
That's crazy. Yeah, that would be fun. It'd be intense though. It'd be a very life altering moment to find that out.
Oh yeah, I mean. For sure. I guess first thing I might do is buy a new truck.
Yeah.
They get my old truck looking right.
I don't know, man.
Fixed up.
That's the problem is people have all these ideas of what they want, but they're still empty. But it's.
I think you can appreciate it more when you come from nothing.
Though. I think the wisest thing I ever heard was try to like nurture that money, like grow it, like because people used to dog like people who would get an inheritance, but I think it depends on what you do with it. Like if you just blow it and you're freaking buying yachts and
Yeah, there's a
throwing
crazy
parties.
percentage. I don't know what that percentage is of people who have won the lottery and have spent it all right away and just blow it.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, it'd be tough to figure out what you'd want to do with it. It'd be difficult for sure. I think again, I think the smartest thing to do would be try and grow it. Like maybe start a business or invest it or hire someone to look after it, that kind of a thing.
Yeah, if it was something like $200 million, I'd I guess first thing you have to do when you get it is make a few donations.
If you live
get your family and friends.
The thing is if you live very frugally, that will last you all the way until you like.
Oh yeah, you
because you're 22, right? So
yeah,
22. If you won next week and you had,
and if you're buying yachts and
it'd be tough not to though.
It would be hard.
Like, it'd be hard not to. I'm bad about that. Anytime I have any extra money, I'm like, throw that in the cart. I'm getting it. That's sweet. I like it.
You morph to how much money you're making.
Yeah, that's for sure.
How much money you have. Your spending habits change real fast.
Yeah, I think you have to kind of change your mindset at that point, and yeah, it's tough though. Yeah, so you'd go to Europe, huh? Yeah, you've been wanting to go for a long time, right?
Yes,
Germany is.
I've looked into it a lot, like hostels and everything too, even.
Yeah,
but of course I have debt here, and that I'd have to save up a lot of money for that, and that's really hard for me.
Yeah. Well, once you get that paid off, I think that'd be a good thing for you to go experience.
Oh yeah, someday definitely.
Yeah. I mean, you've always been wanting to, and
oh yeah,
living with no regrets is definitely a good thing. Like going to try it, and maybe it doesn't work out, but at least you did it.
Yeah, I feel like Germany would be.
That'd be where you'd go. Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
That would be awesome to go to like Oktoberfest.
I don't even know Germany. That. I've heard of it, but I don't know what it is. But that sounds sweet. Germany would be sweet for sure. I'm sure there's a lot of good food.
Yep. Yeah, I got Duolingo once to try and learn German. I did it like every day for like 2 weeks. And then I fell off. Didn't do it again. That's
following through with an idea.
Yeah. That's how it goes.
It's hard to do, but
oh yeah.
That's cool though. So you kind of knew it a little bit. You were getting there, starting to make a little headway anyway.
Yep, we try.
Yeah, no, it's hard to do. I definitely don't blame you. Learning a second language, especially, is one of those things that's.
Oh yeah, I figured German would be easier because their sentence structure is the same. Like, if you're trying to learn like Spanish or something, then it's all jumbled up, kind of how you say things. But in German, from what I understand, it's basically the same, but in their own words. The sentences are structured the same, and
yeah, no, that's
so you don't have to learn how to talk differently.
Yeah, in Spanish, because like half of my family like almost strictly speaks Spanish, and I'm terrible at Spanish. I can understand it, but I cannot speak it. Like I can say a few words. I do like a Spanglish type deal. But yeah, it seems like when you speak Spanish, you kind of like flip things around. You put like the way that we structure sentences is like it's almost like you flip things.
Yeah,
around.
It's kind of almost backwards,
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird.
You start out with something. Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool to learn a second language. It's very hard, especially when you're older. So like my little baby sister, she's learning English and Spanish at the same time. Yeah,
that learning
and apparently that's
easier like that. That's the easiest. Yeah,
and I'm like, how? Like how? It seems like it's hard to teach a kid anything.
As a baby, you're like geared towards learning a language because of course you have to. So if you're joint teaching them 2 different languages, that's great.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Oh, yeah. But so that's what you do. You go over there and you freaking. Oh yeah. Anything else you do? What kind of bike would you get?
Probably a Ducati Hypomotard. If I was to buy one.
Just ride that fucker around in the Alps.
Oh yeah. I guess a touring BMW would be pretty cool too, or something. Maybe some kind of adventure bike.
Yeah.
But I'll find out if I ever win the lottery which bike I'd buy when I travel
Yeah.
over.
You and
Maybe.
I have this crazy plan to get bikes someday and do that in
Oh
the
yeah.
country, like stateside.
Yeah.
Go around.
I'd love, just to make a big loop around the United States.
Yeah, we're still gonna do that. I'm still waiting to save up and buy that bike.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
Yeah, once you get out of debt, then we'll.
Yeah, we'll probably get some kind of adventure bikes, something used, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. An old BMW or something.
Yeah,
Maybe.
And then we'll go.
Adventure bike, yeah.
I'm excited. I think the funnest part of that is going to be mapping it out. Like, where we're going to stop, where we're going to go.
That'll be tough. Maybe we'll like somewhere and we'll just hang around there. That's the ideal, like, road trip where you're not trying to get to places. You're just
How long would you need for something like that? Is that like a 2-week deal or like?
That's like a month probably at least. To do a big loop around at least a month.
Yeah.
To get around the United States.
I feel like we could probably get the time off for that. Possibly.
Yeah.
One guy we know that works with us he freaking goes to Alaska for the whole summer.
Yep. we get that time off, but you'd have to save up enough money that you could pay your bills at home.
Yeah.
Over that time,
Yeah. Or just get married and have a second income that can take care of that.
There you go.
No, that's...
Yeah, your wife can stay at home and pay the bills.
If that's why you get married, you're getting married for the wrong reasons.
Nowadays, you almost have to, though, to be able to get anywhere.
Yeah,
have two incomes.
That's the problem is, like... Yeah. I'd say, like, 20, 30, 40 years ago, the economy was on easy mode. And now we're out here on freaking legendary difficulty trying to make it work. And it's... Yeah. People think it's just one of those things like, oh, you're just not doing it. You're not working. But I don't know if you mentioned it last episode or I don't remember or not, but...
I think we talked about it a little bit.
You get it. It's like, you work hard, but there's a ceiling. And the ceiling has lowered a lot. Like, you're not going to get... Like, you're not going to be able to just work and make a ton more money. Like, that's just not how it's going to be. You get capped pretty quick.
Yeah. Yeah, back in the day, if you worked harder, you would earn more. And
yeah, that's what you were saying, and I never really thought about that. Because you got these, you got older people that are, and they have a lot of wisdom. I think they know a lot, but they're like, oh, back in the day, I had a house and a family, and I went to college, and all I did was work at McDonald's. And it's like, well, yeah, but that
college was
every dollar was worth a whole lot more. College was definitely less.
Way less.
Comparatively.
Yep.
Still expensive.
If your vehicle broke down, you could park it out in the yard and go buy a new one.
That'd probably be more profitable than trying to get it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Just things have changed. But no, I would say for sure, like, getting married has made things definitely a little easier.
Yeah.
Sometimes the thing about being married is, like, people will, I don't, just where we're at, people will say, oh, the man has to do it. The man has got to step up and pay the bills and all that stuff. And it's like, no, sometimes you rely on each other. Sometimes one of you is going to be carrying more of the load than the other, and that's just how it is.
Yeah.
But I'd say for sure that it's made things easier. Like, we've been able to plan things out better. She wants to work, so that's a good thing.
Oh yeah.
I've like offered for her to stay home. We'd struggle a little bit more, but I'm like, you could be home if you wanted to, and she's like, no, I don't want to. I'd go crazy. I'm like, I get that. So
yeah, and she's set up really good in where she works. So.
Oh yeah, for sure, absolutely, yeah. But yeah, I'd say it's made it easier. But I mean, you kind of went out on your own now, and you got your job, and
yep.
So how do you feel about that?
Being out on my own finally is great.
Yeah.
No roommates.
22, you got your own.
It's great.
You got your own place. You got, you're working. You're paying your own bills. How's that? Yeah. Like, do you feel like you're able to keep up, or do you feel like you're suffocating?
I feel like it's doable, and I've of course had to think about my spending a bit more. Of course. Not that that always wins out, because I still usually end up spending too much, and then it gets a little tight around bill time, But yeah, I'm trying to work on getting out of debt now and just making things easier on myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've done a great job here. I mean, not that it's not like you've had accrued such a massive debt, but you've had things that you've had to pay off, and you've done really well about being disciplined.
Oh yeah.
I've noticed a big change in that for sure. Like for you
Trying
is
to
like
be
getting
more-
back up there. Yeah, trying to catch up and be financially free. Because I remember you'd be like, well, just the way that life is, you kind of just go into debt to do things.
Yeah.
And I think you've kind of been able to have a mind shift change of like, no, you can get out of debt.
Yeah.
You just have to be very disciplined, and it's very hard to do. But
Oh yes.
yeah, I think you've done a really good job. I'm proud. I'm definitely proud of you.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Yeah. No, man, it's great to see. And yeah, you have your own place. You got your pup,
Oh, yeah.
Gunny. Yeah.
Little Gunny girl, yeah.
She's a pain in the ass.
She's a real pain in the ass. Tears up the apartment every once in a while.
She's pretty awesome. seeing a girl you kind of like, and
yeah,
she's making big plays. Life's moving forward. So
like I said, lots of life change, and things are getting better.
Yeah, they always do, and I think that again it goes back to mindset.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, you've done a good job about having a better mindset on things instead of just accepting the way that they are. You're like, okay, I can change them. How do I do that?
Yep. Trying to work towards stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
And that makes you happier, really, when you have a goal in mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I think that's something you said last week, so I definitely agree. But
oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a big question. I mean, you don't really know until if you ever win it, you'll never know what you're actually gonna do.
Oh
the
yeah.
lottery.
It's fun.
Dreaming about it.
Yeah, back when the Powerball was gonna be $1 billion, I was buying a lot of those lottery tickets. Honestly, I mean, it makes no sense that you'd buy them week to week and like, oh, nobody won this week.
I heard
go buy more next week.
Yeah,
to be in it.
I bought one, and I don't win anything. And I was like, you know what? I don't know.
The funnest thing about buying lottery tickets is envisioning what you do
with it. Yeah,
like just fantasizing about it.
Yeah,
I had a whole like 2 weeks straight of just thinking about like when buying those Powerball tickets, just thinking about what I would do with it if I won. And of course, yeah.
And that was the plan, was go to Germany. And
oh yeah,
I'm trying to think of what I would buy. I mean, with my wife now, I know I'd get
a house,
reprimanded.
Sure.
Yeah, a house would be for sure.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't get anything too crazy, just something.
Yeah.
Because
if you won that much money though, I'd make sure friends and family, they're all taken care of too.
I would try.
Pay off everybody's debt and give them extra money to do shit with.
The only problem is that's really hard, especially for you and me, because I would consider us people pleasers.
Yeah.
And so where does that end? Like people are going to keep coming into your life and be like, okay, I've got debt and I need your help.
I mean, if you won that $1 billion one, I'd give everybody $1 million and be like, there you go.
Do what you will with
That's
that.
your deal.
Leave me alone, peasant.
We'll pay off all your house, your mortgages and yep.
Yeah.
But then you'd have random family members coming out of the woodwork that you've never
exactly.
met before.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like, where do you draw the line?
I know my buddy was saying like you'd pretty much have to move out of this town probably.
Yeah, that's true. Because again, living in a small town, you know everybody, and then everybody's gonna make kind of. I don't think they're gonna guilt trip you on purpose, but it's gonna happen.
They'd know, and then.
And what about me?
Maybe people in Walmart would see you in Walmart and be like, "You just won the lottery. Buy my groceries for me or something."
Yeah, just be super annoying. And then if you tell them no, and then you look like a douche, and yeah, there's a lot of things that go into that I don't think you think about. But
no,
but yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we're back. I just had to take a piss quick, and we got some pizza.
Piss break, a little snack break.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Feel good. So let's move right along to the next topic here. All right. If you could have any job in the world, what would it be?
I mean, it'd be a rally car driver for me.
Of course, naturally.
Oh, yeah. I'm all into that. If we go back to Group B days, be amazing.
I don't know
That's
what that
never
means,
gonna happen again. But Group B rally.
Is that some kind of? I have no idea what that is, but
they lifted up a bunch of restrictions on it, and the cars got way faster and shit. And it was super cool. Some of the coolest cars were made in that time ever.
That's badass. We'll never go back to Group B though.
No, it only lasted like 3 or 4 years.
Why would we never go back to Group B? Everyone's too soft.
Kinda. A lot of spectators and drivers died, so
that's part of it, right? That's what it's about.
I'll have to show you some videos later of the Group B stuff.
That's crazy.
Yeah, there's just like crowds.
It can't
in
be
the
as
street.
intense as pig racing.
Probably not. Pig racing's kind of crazy. I don't know.
Yeah. Shout out to the pig racing YouTube, whatever it is. We found them yesterday, and we were just freaking into it. It was awesome. Oh, yeah. I'm rooting for Ginger.
Yep.
Shout out Ginger. Ginger's a winner for sure. Gotta be. But yeah.
Pig racing league. Yep.
Not as intense as rally car, but still pretty good.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we can never go back to it just because so many people died in it. And they're all worried about safety nowadays. It's all about safety.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true. Pretty cool. Boring, that's what I gotta say. Pretty boring existence.
Oh yeah. Safety sucks.
Well, I mean, it's like, well, if you want to enter it, you got to know the risks, you know.
Yep. Yeah, if you go to watch it,
they shouldn't try and bubble wrap everything to try and save everybody.
Oh yeah. It's like them banning cigarettes and Zins and shit. Trying to. Yep. People should be able to do what they want, you know.
Yeah.
If they want to kill themselves with a product, then they know the risks, then let them, you know. That's what I say.
Yeah, exactly. It's not at that point. It's out of your control. So.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so rally car driver, huh?
Oh yeah.
During Group B, that's when you'd be in there. Would you not be worried at all to get fucked up?
I mean, nowadays, yeah. Rally's a pretty dangerous sport.
Yeah, but you're during Group B, so it's even more dangerous.
Yeah, like a lot more dangerous.
So would you
got a chance of hitting and killing somebody?
So that's what you would
that's running out in the road to take a picture of the car coming. They'd say like there's a few stories about like cars coming back to the pits and they're working on them and they find like severed fingers in the intakes and stuff because people reach out their hands to try and touch the cars as they go by and stuff.
Oh my gosh! Are you serious?
Yep.
That's crazy. People are so dumb.
It was cool. I'd love to have seen that.
Yeah. I don't know if I'd want to see that, but that's insane. But that would be a fun job for sure. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I was born a good 20-something years late, so.
Yeah. So, but would you still do it today, even despite all the changes?
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%.
All right, there you go. That's your.
Someday, maybe I'll build up a car, like when I have some disposable income, and just try it as a hobby. You know, I don't think it would go anywhere, but it'd be cool to do. You know,
I think for me, I would basically. I just want to be Indiana Jones. You know, like I want to do that job. That's what I want to do.
I want to get chased around by some Nazis looking for relics and.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fuck yeah. That'd be such a crazy ass job going in ancient ruins and fucking. That's not really how it is. There's not like puzzles and shit. I don't think most of the time, but that'd be fucking. If it was like that, that's what I'd want to do for sure.
Oh yeah.
That's who I'd want to be. That job sounds fucking awesome.
Yeah, it would be awesome just picking up something that hasn't been held in 2,000 years or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, going to find something, going to explore would be awesome. I think also being some kind of an engineer would be freaking sweet. I don't think my mind is quite right for it, like in terms of, I don't think I have the right thinking process, but having that and being that would be freaking sweet.
Yeah, it'd be cool just making some shit, you know?
Yeah, coming up with something from like straws and a freaking light beer can and like something that works. I don't know.
Paperclip and a piece of gum.
Yeah, drawing up fucking rocket engines.
Yeah, it wouldn't be that.
Car engines and all that kind of shit.
Yeah.
You understand exactly how it works and.
Yeah, I wish I could be a car designer. That'd be cool.
Design the actual thing or like because like the way it runs is completely different than what it
Yeah, I
looks
wouldn't
like.
want to engineer a car.
Yeah,
seems like
I
hell.
would. See, that's the part that interests me.
That
The way
seems
it
like
looks,
hell,
I
but
couldn't really care. But
I mean, there's a lot of stuff that goes into there. You know, you get so many moving pieces working together in unison.
yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. That would be a fun job though. If your thinking process was good for that, that'd be such a fun job.
Oh, 100%.
Being able to think, you have to think outside the box. I mean, that's kind of the big thing with it.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, no, no. I mean, that being a race car driver would be freaking crazy too. I think I'd love that too, but
oh yeah.
I don't know. I
And
think
a lot
of
of those guys that do make it big, they move around to a bunch of different aspects of car racing. Like they'll race Porsches on a street track after rallying, and some try NASCAR. Even dirt bike guys have tried NASCAR. You know.
Yeah. I don't know. That's not what I would do.
It's a NASCAR. There's actually a surprising amount that goes into it. Like everybody makes fun of it just for going around in circles, but there's a lot that goes into.
Well, just watch Talladega Nights. The slingshot and all kinds of crazy maneuvers. I don't know. Yeah,
it's a lot of strategy that goes.
It's still pretty freaking intense, and you got to have some big fucking balls to race.
Oh yeah, you're driving
at all basically
almost 200 miles an hour around a
track. And you're trying to freaking go faster than everyone else. That's crazy. That's fucking intense. Yeah, you got to have some fucking balls for that for sure. It's not just a dinky rink-a-dink type deal.
Yeah, one wrong input and your back tires start spinning and you're in the wall or.
Yeah. Yeah, no, and you see,
taking
cars on
10
fire.
Other cars with you if you mess up.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. That's a crazy sport. It's intense. It's crazy. I think that's why people go, is to see that kind of shit.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think people want to see who wins. Some people probably do, but I think people want to see somebody get fucked up.
Yeah, that's another joke about that. It's like, you're just here to watch, you know, if there's a crash or something.
Yeah. I think that's why I'd go, for sure.
Yeah.
But, yeah. I got another one for you.
Whoa, you didn't say your dream job.
I did. Indiana fucking Jones.
That's right.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
Or an engineer of some sort.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I don't know, though. There's a lot of jobs out there. There's a lot to do and a lot of ways to make money. But
just getting into those spaces is the hard part, I guess. They get an interesting, weird job. They tell somebody what your job is, and they're like, "What?"
Yeah. I think if I was born 40 years earlier, I would have for sure gone for something scientific, like a marine biologist or paleontologist has always been a dream job of mine, but these days they're not really used for anything other than oil type stuff. And finding out the layers and like where the oil is going to be and that kind of stuff is kind of what my professor was telling me a couple years ago. But I love paleontology. Like that would be so interesting. Something like that. Marine biology would be so sweet too. Like finding a new little fucking crustacean fucking thing and bring it into your lab and poke at it, and you write down its colors and what it does, and you try and classify it, and that'd be sweet. But it's just
fry up a little piece of his meat.
Yeah, see how he tastes. Squeeze some lemon on him. And...
Yeah, you saw that like hairy lobster that they found a while back, right?
No,
they found like a hairy lobster, and it was like way down deep in the ocean. It's like this was a few years back, but
that's crazy. What did they do with it? Did they eat it?
I think they're just in like a submarine. They're looking at it.
They just saw them. Yeah,
it's a hairy lobster. What the hell's that doing down here?
It's got fucking hair. Who put this down here?
Yeah, I don't know if they were able to grab them or whatnot, but they got some pictures of them.
The fuck is this down here? Yeah.
What's this little creature down
here? Yeah. Fuck, dude. That's crazy. I don't know. Yeah, it'd just be a crazy profession to find new shit like that. Yeah, stuff in the deep ocean is fucking scary.
Sure.
But who
knows what you're gonna see down there?
It'd be
some animal never before seen by man. No,
I don't know if you want to see it.
Some horrors down there.
I don't know if you want to see it down there in Davy Jones' locker. I don't think you want to fucking be down there. There's so much. Like it's almost like alien life It's fucking crazy.
It pretty much is, yeah. And honestly, yeah, we were never meant to see that shit, really.
Oh yeah, exactly. We could never get down there.
Yeah, the closest we should have came to that is seeing like a giant squid washed up on the beach. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, but technology's insane. Those submarines, they go way down there with thousands of pounds of pressure just pushing up. That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm sure with the Hairy Lobster is one of those little remote control submarines.
Yeah, you could go see them down there. Fuck, dude. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, and then shit that's living down there is just waiting for little bits to float down from the top. I think a lot of them like don't eat for like months, and then they come across something and get a meal. But
I saw a really interesting video about a whale carcass that, like, when it floats all the way down, all the animals like live on it for months, and they just fucking eat off that, and it like basically creates its own ecosystem.
Yeah. I mean, even when it's floating on top, like great white sharks come up and bite chunks off of it. You got a bunch of seagulls on it.
Yeah, it's like a whole different ball game.
Yep. Keeping everything fed for a while.
Yeah, that job would be so crazy though. Imagine seeing something that you're just like, what the fuck is that?
Especially back in the day when we didn't have as much understanding about stuff, you know.
Yeah, seeing a giant, for the first time, like seeing
like
a giant
even back in the day,
or...
you'd be like studying like fucking dolphins.
Yeah, those illuminated creatures, like. You'd like see one of those things swimming around. You're like, "What the fuck is that? Like, what is that?" That's insane.
That's a little stringy fish that glows in the dark, way down here in the deep.
What the fuck is that? Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know if I'd do that ever.
It's a gross, creepy looking fish that's got a little antenna with a light bulb on it. And...
Let's get a picture of it and let's classify it. Let's see if we can catch it. Let's see what it does. Let's monitor it. You know, that would be a crazy job. But...
I think blobfish look pretty normal when they're down there. And then, of course, the only pictures you see are when they're up and they're all gross looking.
Yeah, they're all
up
floppy.
On the surface. Yeah, but I think the pressure kind of holds them into a shape.
True. Yeah, you don't really think about that. What does that do to an animal as it comes out?
Yeah, apparently they like throw their guts up or something if you pull them up.
That's crazy. Because of the pressure, holding everything together, and that's insane. I didn't know that actually.
I don't have much understanding about it. I'm pretty sure I've heard that blobfish look different when they're down in the deep. But
we'll have to look that up.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
That would be.
I'm sure that's true because they're all like they look like a gelatinous mass with a face. Yeah,
little old man face on it.
Yeah, a pissed off old guy. Yeah, yeah, but I'm sure it like holds it together. That's interesting. I'm sure that's true. That's crazy.
Yep.
But yeah, so one of the last questions I got here for you is, what is one hobby you've always wanted to get into but never have made time for?
One hobby that I'd like to get into
and get good at, I guess.
Get good at. Fly tying I thought would be pretty cool for a while.
Like making them?
Yeah, making the flies. But it's kind of like if you lose one or something, then you just wasted all that time making it. You get it caught in a tree or something, or a fish breaks it off.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you spent 30 minutes making that fly, so that'd be pretty upsetting.
Yeah, no, for sure. That would require so much patience, and I'd be pretty freaking pissed. I just got done fucking making that, like,
yeah,
fucking asshole tree. Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently, if you create your own, and that works for you, you can like turn it in. There's like a Chinese company that makes them or something.
Serious? And
you turn them in, and then they pay you a little royalty on every. Maybe not on everything, but they pay you royalty for the fly you made, and when they recreate it, if they like it, I guess.
Wait, so they can recreate one that you've made?
Yeah, you send it in.
That's crazy. How do they
like it? Then they.
How do they reverse engineer that? Because it's like you made it from your own materials. Like, how do they know exactly what?
I think most of the materials are pretty universal.
Mm-hmm.
Like everybody uses them.
So that's the hobby you would, but never find time to.
No, even if I bought the stuff for it, which I've thought about several times.
It probably takes hours.
I had a guy at work that told me he'd sell me a whole setup. And I didn't buy it from him.
That would have been sweet. How much was they offering for it?
like 500, I think.
That's pretty.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like that sounds like a good deal, but maybe he was trying to.
Yeah, it would have came with a bunch of materials too, and the materials.
So that is a good deal, man.
The materials get kind of expensive as well. I've heard, but that'd be kind of a cool one. I'd like to get into the gym too. I guess you could call that a hobby.
You got to come into CrossFit with us. When I start my new job, we're planning on going in at 5:15 to 6:15. Then that gives you 45 minutes to get ready for work. So
yeah,
it's hard to do.
If I get up early,
I'll come wake you up if you want. I'll make you go.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy to me, people, because work just wipes me out so much. In construction.
Yeah, but
so to go work out before then.
But my wife said something very interesting. It's like, if you're productive and you get your energy levels up before you go, you feel more productive and more ready to go for the day. You're like, I've already worked out. I've already had my coffee. I showered. I feel good. I'm ready to go. Let's hit it. Your day is just different.
Yeah, I heard it helps your mind too.
Yeah, slows you down. And I think it's like another thing is like frustration. So like work and like just life in general causes so much freaking stress and frustration. Working out is such a good opportunity to like release all that and like just relax, and you put so much energy towards something and you're like, I feel good. Yeah, I've accomplished something. I'm ready for the freaking day. Whatever other challenges come at me, I'm ready to handle. Like that was the hardest part of my day. Was getting up to go do that. So
I've gone to the gym a few times. It's just I haven't enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's hard to get into.
But you kind of have to get into it and then push through that part of it, and then you get kind of addicted to it. And,
yeah, the nice thing about...
That's what it seems like anyways.
Yeah, when we first started doing CrossFit, we were trying to get into it, and I would go there, and I'm like, man, they have these set workouts, and I am not going to be able to keep up with everybody. But that's not the point. Like, everybody just wants to see you succeed. I mean, you do the work. They want you to just do the workout the best you can. So if you can't finish something, like, you do the most you can, you know?
Yep.
And they're proud of you, It's crazy. It's a crazy environment. Everyone, they're so supportive. Even if you just get one of whatever it is, they're like, dang, like, good job. You made some progress. Like, you actually made yourself do it. So, I don't know. It's about finding the right environment and having coaches now. Like, because we used to work out at the rec just on our own off the cuff,
Yeah.
And I've done that for a few years, but now that I've gone to CrossFit, there's like coaches and stuff that teach you how to do things the right way, and they set up these workouts, and it's awesome because they want to see you like try. That's it, and they're so supportive every time that you're like oh, you got the thing was for 15 push-ups, but you just got one. It's like they don't say that, but they're like, man, good job, you did awesome. Like you made yourself do at least one. Now we just build from there. Next time you're gonna do two.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah, and they have so much time scheduled. It's like
it's kind of like a group thing, right?
Kind of, but nobody really ever. They're doing their own thing. Everyone's doing their own. They're there to do the workout that's scheduled, but they're not like paying attention to you. And they everybody has struggles. So it's like I used to think like, oh, everyone, they're all watching me and they think I'm pathetic because I can't get this pull up. But no, they don't. People don't care. They're there to do their thing, and that's.
So they're just happy that you're in the gym doing something. I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, you should start going with us. It's awesome. I think that's something that we should get into for sure.
Yeah. That'd be good.
That's one hobby that you could do if you make yourself get up.
Yeah, if I make myself do it.
Or you can go after work. Like you'd have to, because there's a bunch of different classes. So
yeah, I just gotta make. I mean, I'm out of shape. It's shit. So yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't think you ever get in the perfect shape, but you feel better. And I think you wake up early. Yeah. You're ready for the day. Like. You've already challenged yourself a whole bunch. So anything else that comes after that is just going to be part of the day. It's not going to be.
Yep.
Yeah. Rolling your ass out of bed at 5:15 and going to CrossFit is going to be the hardest part of your day.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I've heard that like in the morning exercising like makes your brain more focused through the day and stuff, and there's a lot of benefits for it.
It's really good for you. I usually work out. We usually do evenings right now because that's just what works for us.
Yeah,
and that still it carries over to the next day. Like I feel better for like a couple days afterwards, even if I don't do it. Like I'll do it once and then not do it for a couple days, and I'm like, man, I still feel like I still can feel that. I still feel good about myself. But yeah, no, it's worth it. Well, that's something we can get into. But the fly tying, you're gonna need a lot of time for that kind of a thing for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would require a lot of patience and a lot of time for sure.
Yeah.
But
as a kid, I always wanted to play baseball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never been uber into sports. I like hockey. I like tennis now. I'd play tennis. Pickleball. Tennis is very fun. Just like the rest of America. I love pickleball. I'm into pickleball. But yeah, in terms of sports, that's something. I think that's another thing that you could definitely say is like, yeah, I want to do this. Baseball is one of those hard things to do as an adult because it's hard to get a team going. Like tennis, you need somebody else. Pickleball too, and it's easier to get one other person to do it with you.
Yep, tennis is easy, and then it's.
But to get two 10-man teams or whatever is fun.
Yeah, you only need 2 people for tennis.
Yeah,
so
you're almost better off just joining like a rec league type deal.
Yeah,
but
that'd be tough just because I don't know how to play baseball.
Yeah,
to get into it, but
yeah. So
did you get into your hobby? I don't think you did.
So I don't know. There's so many of them. Like I've always really wanted to get like master an instrument. Like,
oh yeah, 100%. I own 2 guitars and a ukulele. I don't know how to play any of them.
I have a guitar. My little brother's borrowing it right now, so I don't have it. But I can do a little bit of strumming, but I can't. I'm not like good. And it'd be sweet to. One thing I've always wanted to learn is this thing called the hang drum. It's like a hand pan. You hold it in between your legs and you just hit it with your thumbs and your fingers. It's like a percussion type instrument and it sounds awesome. It's cool, and I really want to master that. It's just the problem of buying one because it's expensive, and then like actually sitting down and learning it is going to be freaking difficult.
Yeah, that one might not be as hard as like guitar or something, but
yeah, that's true. I believe that's probably true. For sure. Yeah, guitar is hard. I've wanted to master that for a long time too. But some kind of instrument, and then
it's tough with instruments because you got to sink years in a constant practice, so it's really hard to stick with it.
Yeah,
like I've had a few times where I've like played pretty regularly
and got decent
for like 2 weeks or something.
Yeah,
and then you fall off, and so you got to stay really consistent with any kind of instrument.
Yeah, that's the tough thing, and that's what I would like to do. Maybe someday I'll make time for it, but the second, like something, if I had to pick a second, it'd be some kind of sport, like tennis or pickleball. Like, getting into that would be fun. I don't expect to like get like really good at either of them, but just to like have that fun thing to do to look forward to would be sweet. To get good at and master and.
Yep.
It'd be pretty awesome, but
I'd like to try. I haven't played pickleball yet. I was big into tennis for a long time. I played that all through high school, but
yeah, I did one spring semester of my senior year. I did tennis, and I enjoyed it a lot. I'm not good at tennis at all.
Yeah,
I barely just learned how to hit like normally, last summer. But yeah, I think that'd be really fun to do. That's something you and I should definitely look into getting into as well. Some kind of sport, but
yeah, just. Because of course I played it a bunch through high school, but then since I've been out, I haven't played hardly any tennis.
Yeah.
Just like a couple times here and there. So it's kind of tough to let that skill die, and I shouldn't let it die. I need to play it,
Yeah. No, I feel the same way. I want to. It's hard to get routine going. Habit and routine is just very difficult to start and maintain, especially.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah.
All right. I guess that wraps us up for our second episode of
Numero dos. Yeah.
The second episode's done.
We're enjoying it. We hope
we are very much enjoying it.
Anybody that ever listens to it, if anybody ever does enjoy it as well. Enjoys our stupid takes on stupid things.
Oh yeah.
Just our stupid stories that we had to share today, but
yep, and if he gets us gets me into pickleball, maybe this will transition into a pickleball only podcast.
Yeah.
We'll talk about pickleball stories and
Pickleball
funny moments at the
stories.
pickleball courts. You know.
Yeah, that old guy that whooped your ass.
Yeah. Some old man beat me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, we'll like we said, we're gonna try and make this a regular thing. So be on the lookout for or anybody that's watching. If you want more, there's gonna be hopefully another episode coming up. So
Yeah, we'll try and do Mondays probably for releases, but we're not completely decided yet. So
yeah, just trying it out.
Yep.
Just a fun thing we wanted to do. So, all right. Well, thank you.
yeah, thank you so much. All right, bye.